thing for me as a family member to somebody on the spectrum is trying to get other people to understand autism, because I find the most difficult thing is the people that are supposed to be the closest to you and those that love and know and care for you will still be those same people looking at my nephew like, what's wrong with him? Like, does he have a disease?
Am I gonna catch it?
What is
Is it
that?
contagious?
Yeah, and that's been really rough. And it's strange because over the years we've learned about different people that we know, whether there be distant friends or distant family that have children on the spectrum, and it's like they were some of the same people that are like, oh, what's
I know.
and I'm like, but now you understand. But these are some of the same people that are they're averse to understanding that autism needs to be addressed and not shunned or stigmatized, because there's so much that kids on the spectrum can do, but it's us as their family that's trying to shield them from the outside world and the outside perspectives. So what are some things that you would suggest for people to be able to educate the people closest to them on this topic?
Right. First of all, I feel like the minute you get that diagnosis, I can only imagine that it's very challenging and it's a whole roller coaster of emotions. But once you've handled all of that, the next step is you need to now educate yourself and become your child's or your family members. You as the caretaker, you need to become their best advocate and find all the resources you can in teaching yourself. How can you teach yourself? There's even courses that will pay you to take their course to learn how to be an advocate if it is your child who is on the spectrum. Do it. That is going to be your biggest tool moving forward, not only to advocate for your child, but to educate other people. Knowledge is power. You use your strengths, whether it be through social media or through community events. You're great at putting together events, or you're great at writing and you put together a blog, or whatever you're good at, channel that and say, okay, my child's on the spectrum. How can I make a difference? How can I use this for a positive? How can I educate people the most? And you have to start by first teaching yourself, because it's a whole new world. And every kid is going to be completely different, which makes it more challenging. And when you look at them, it's not written on their face like some other disorders that you could look at them and you're like, oh, okay, for example, Down syndrome. Oh, he has Down syndrome. She has Down syndrome. You kind of know, okay, whatever. Moving on. With autism, you get a lot of, are you sure? But he's so cute. But he doesn't look autistic.
But he's so cute. I hate that.
Like, come on, people.
I hate it.
So I would caution this with saying, every time you are faced with somebody who's being ignorant, you have two choices. You either brush it off and it's like, well, let them keep living in their ignorant bubble, or you do it. You almost like slap them with the facts and educate them in the most kind way. You're going to take it upon yourself to say, you know what? I'm not going to be angry towards you, because you don't know what you don't know. And you're coming from a place of you don't know, but you're going to learn today. And I'm going to teach you today. How do you
learn today?
How do you approach a person? I did a community event 2 years ago. It came up on my, how you get like the 2 years ago,
the reminder of what happened.
Yeah. Well, 2 years ago, I did a community event to kind of get people who are curious about it to ask those awkward questions. And the most common question was, how do I greet a child with autism?
No! Are you kidding?
Yes, they felt they didn't want to use the wrong words. They didn't want to do something that would be offensive. And most people felt like they'd rather not than do something and offend somebody.
Wow.
So that was a big.
That's not the first time I've heard that, and I think that's odd.
That was a big perspective shift for me, because I'm like, oh, we kind of get the impression of like the as you're being rude, you're uneducated, you're whatever, all the names in the book. But really, in their mind, not everybody, they're thinking, oh my God, like, what do I say? What do I do? Should I say hi? Should I shake their hand? Should I, what do I do? Because I don't want to ask them for their name. Then they don't answer back. It's awkward. Like, they felt uncomfortable, so they rather not.
Wow.
And my answer to them was just talk to them like they were anybody else.
Right. Say
They
hi.
hi. Don't talk to them like they're a child. Don't,
Wow.
you know, if they're an adult on the spectrum, speak to them like an adult. If they're a teenager, like a teenager. If they're a child, like a
Right.
child. And treat them like anybody else. And you see how they respond to that. My husband,
Right.
being somebody that obviously now he's been married to me and been with me, he knows a lot about autism. But even
Yeah.
from day one that he came to my class, he would make the boys of the class, the teen, especially, it's
Yeah.
like, they
Shake
better
hands.
shake my
I
hand, scorn,
remember.
and we're gonna talk about girls and dating. And you see the mom's like, oh my God. And he's like, but that's how I would
Yeah.
talk to any kid. Like, I'm not gonna treat him any different. He'll be like, let's go take
Yeah.
shots, let's do a party, because the kid's 18.
Yeah.
He's like, Mom, but he's 18 years old. We could talk about girls. We could talk about going
Yeah.
drinking. And Mom's like, no. But
No.
but it's that type of approach. Like, treat them like they're anybody else. If they don't answer you, give them an answer. If you say, hey, what's up, man? What's your name? And they don't answer you, all right, cool. You must have a really cool name. My name is Audrey. But like, keep going with it,
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was actually one of
Absolutely.
the main things, which I thought was crazy, is how do you greet a person with autism? But yeah.
Oh, this is not the first time I've heard that question, and it's strange that that is the common thing that you've seen. But I don't know. I think for me, in dealing with all of this autism land, I've just found that the more that I infuse it in my day-to-day conversations, and with my nephew, it's like I talk to him like we're having a conversation, whether he likes it, don't like it. I'm like, Jeremiah, what's going on? All right. Okay, you want to go and get something to eat? What do you want to eat? He'll show me some pictures because he's good with the little coupons now. He rips coupons up. So he's very, I can have a dialogue with him without his response. And the key with him is letting him know that his response is requested, whatever form that is. If it's him giving me a picture card or one of his pecs or whatever, if it's him showing me the picture on the coupon, if it's him pointing on my screen, if I say, hey, you want pizza? And I show him a picture of pizza, if it's him doing that, it's just making sure that he understands that I'm expecting a response, whether you're giving me one or not.
Exactly.
Someone that actually makes a lot of sense. I may even have been guilty of this prior to being an autism mom. Yeah, I'm still guilty of it to this day because sometimes I talk to Jeremiah like he's babyish, even though he's like 13 with beard, hair, and taller than me. Like I'm looking up to talk to him. I'm still like, hey, Jerry, my Jerry,
but
I
that
love
comes from a place of love. Whether he was on the spectrum or not, I think you would be like, come here, my baby.
Yeah, I'm that auntie. So I think we're all guilty of it, but I think being able to acknowledge it and working towards working on it and making sure that it's a part of our day-to-day, I think it makes a world of difference. So man, I'm so glad that we had a chance to chat. I'm hoping that if anyone has questions, I know no one maybe they don't have questions right now, but the replay, if you have questions, still post your questions. Follow at Arts for Autism with the underscore. So it's arts_for_autism. She has a wealth of resources for you guys, wealth of activities available, resources for the parents, resources for the kids, information for the community as a whole. Please definitely follow Arts for Autism with the underscores. If you guys have any questions after this live, I look forward to reading your questions and comments. But this has been an amazing discussion.
Thank you so much for doing it. And every year you put this together, and I think it's awesome that you do it. It goes to show when a caretaker becomes an advocate and spreads their knowledge the best way that they can, and you're so well spoken and your stuff. That it's always such a pleasure to have that conversation with you. So thank you for that.
Yeah, this has been trial and error, and I'm glad for all the errors because I've learned a whole lot, and I rely on you guys as the providers of different resources and support to help me because that's what's needed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think it's going to pop up sometime soon for me to download this, but I look forward to you guys sharing it. Yeah, I'm not going to miss it. I'm going to press end before it comes. You guys, please share this video. Audrey, thank you so much. And I look forward to getting some more feedback from this, guys. Hashtag autism in 30. I'm going to
Absolutely.
post it. Arts for Autism with the underscores in between. Thank you guys. Have a really, really great day.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.